You are not going to outpace AI. I'm just thinking out loud. Are you familiar with the term AI content farms? Well, if you're not, this is a video dedicated to you. Now, let me take you back a few years ago in the influencer space where I was doing videos, and I still do videos for the Amazon Influencer Program. In 2020, it was a brand new program. And when I got involved in it, I heard nobody talking about it, like no one. So much so, I created the first Facebook group dedicated to Amazon influencers because I wanted a space that people could actually help each other figure it out. Amazon didn't actually have any information on the platform. There wasn't a website. There wasn't all that training that there is right now currently. Even so much so, I was invited to the first annual Amazon Creator Summit. So, when I say I was an early access adopter to the Amazon Influencer Program, that meant that I had a wide range of opportunities in that platform. Because so few people knew about it, I had a very competitive advantage. Being able to live stream on the homepage of Amazon, like literally some people on my main YouTube channel was like, "Hey, I just saw you on Amazon Live on the homepage of Amazon." I was like, yeah, that was me. And it was a great opportunity to get on a platform, Amazon, and have the ability to live stream, which I absolutely love because I can interact with people in real time. Now, as I began to go down this journey, what began to happen was something called content farms. Now, what this is when not you, the individual or the person that you're watching, is actually producing the content. But there's like a whole team and whole army of people that are actually replicating what the traditional person is doing. So, for example, if I'm actually on the platform live streaming, there are other people that have created a team of live streamers to do the exact same thing. So it's almost one versus 10. You really can't compete with that. Now, you can identify content farms because the quality of their content is typically subpar and they typically don't have a good expertise on what they're actually talking about. But now we have AI and AI content farms. This is where it's changed a little bit, especially in our world as content creators and influencers. Now that we can still show up and do our podcasts, do our live streams, create social media posts, we now also have to compete with content that is AI generated doing the exact same thing. I know you guys have seen these AI generated videos and these AI generated podcasts where there is no human attached to it other than putting in a couple of prompts. How do you compete with that? Well, you can't compete with that if you're trying to do what they are capable of doing. So, if you want to sit down and create content, you can't just create these talking head videos anymore and just expect to win. When someone can have an AI tool generating the same type of content on 100 different platforms, on 100 different pages, all at the same time, talking exactly about what you're talking about, they can just wipe you out. Now, I don't want to be wiped out by AI, and I'm sure you don't either. So, how do we combat these AI content farms? Well, we need to be unique. We need to have a personal brand. We need to build up that know, like, and trust factor quickly. So, if you're getting started and you're brand new to showing up online, I would highly encourage you to adopt video quickly. This is going to allow you to actually move around. So rather than me just sitting here, I can actually get up. I can stand up. I can move my arms around. I have 5 fingers on each hand. I'm not AI generated. So these different subtle things allow our audiences to know that, hey, we're a real person. Now, don't get me wrong, I know AI is getting very good and it's getting very difficult to tell the difference between authentic and not so much, the fake version. Now, you can use AI to help speed up your workflow, but are you going to get drowned out by people that are just using these AI content farms to just do the exact same thing at a massive scale? Or are you going to learn how to adopt some of these things into your ecosystem, into your workflow? One of the things I talk about in the 5 day creator challenge is to identify what's working and what's not working. Because if you begin to identify things that were working at one point that are not working now, that's an indicator that you want to take a look at that. One of the things I personally had to do in my overall business was to trim down the fat. I had to let some things go because I could not outpace what AI is doing. So by letting those things go, I can focus more on the things that I need to focus on, which is like videos like this, which is giving unique insight and perspective, which is being able to respond in the comments when someone has a question and I actually have a thoughtful response and not an AI generated response. I believe that people are going to get smarter in how they're seeing content online, especially if that content is leading toward a sale. So, if there's a piece of content that is encouraging someone to buy a product or buy a service, I think people are actually going to do a little bit more due diligence because we all know there are ways to navigate around the system. And so once you have people involved in anything, they can corrupt good things. So, how do we combat that? We show up authentically on our different platforms. So, I hope you guys are paying attention to what's going on with these AI content farms, though. Make sure that you're creating content where you're not trying to keep up with them, but where they're trying to keep up with you. Just thinking out loud.